the new generation currency, NGC coin series issued by the Banco Central ng Pilipinas (BSP). This series was introduced in March 2018, but the coins were actually minted with various earlier dates including 2015. During the preparatory years, the NGC coin series replaced the new BSP coin series issued from 1995 to 2017, marking a significant modernization of Philippine coinage. Features the Catman flower Dillenia philippinensis, an endemic Philippine plant with large yellow blossoms, symbolizing natural beauty and biodiversity. Includes the BSP logo, representing the central bank's role in maintaining economic stability. Reeded groove. This change to nickel-plated steel was part of the BSP's move toward cost-efficient and corrosion-resistant materials. The 25 centimo denomination has existed for over a century, but its appearance and composition have evolved. Spanish and American periods pre-1946. Silver-based coins with classic designs, pre-1983, copper-nickel alloys with large sizes, and traditional imagery like historical heroes. 1983-199 for Flora and Fauna series introduced. Philippine plants and animals on coins, 1995. 2017 No. BSP coin series with brass-bladed steel, featuring heroes such as Juan Luna on the 25 centimo. 2018 onward, new generation currency NGC coin series. Modern minimalist designs focus on nature and heritage. Even though the NGC series officially launched in 2018, the BSP had already produced test and initial batch coins dated 2015-2017 for calibration, distribution preparation, and minting efficiency. This makes 2015 dated NGC coins an interesting talking point among collectors. Though not necessarily rare in circulation, the 25 centimo is the smallest practical denomination in modern Philippine transactions. While its buying power is minimal due to inflation, it plays an essential role in exact change for fair systems, vending and retail pricing. For most people, the 2015 25 centimo holds little monetary premium today, as it is common in circulation. However, coins in uncirculated or proof-like condition are sought by collectors, completing year sets. The 2015 date is notable as an early year of minting before official release, making pristine examples interesting for numismatists. In 2012, this coin represented a significant modernization in Philippine currency, reflecting new designs, security features, and a move towards more durable and efficient coinage. The release of the 2012 coin. The Philippines used the BSP series coins, which had been in circulation since 1995. These earlier coins were heavier, had a different metallic composition, and carried designs that the BSP wanted to update to better represent the nation's symbols and heritage. By 2011, the BSP aimed to introduce a unified, modern coin series that would be more secure, cost-effective, and easier to recognize. The introduction of the new generation currency coin series, the NGC coins, were launched to coincide with the BSP's new banknote series, ensuring design harmony. The 1 peso 2012 coin was one of the first to be minted and distributed. It featured updated artwork, new fonts, and a fresh metallic finish that distinguished it from the older series. The obverse side of the 2012 1 peso coin prominently features José Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines. His portrait is sharper and more refined compared to previous versions. Other elements on the obverse include a large bold denomination 1 peso at the center, the wailing Vanda sanderiana, an orchid species native to the Philippines, known as the Queen of Philippine Flowers for its beauty and rarity. The scientific name of the plant printed below the image. Fine details in the floral illustration, emphasizing national biodiversity. 2012 1 peso coin is composed of nickel-plated steel, chosen for its durability and resistance to tarnish. The wailing orchid highlights the country's rich natural heritage and biodiversity. The use of both historical and natural symbols aimed to balance patriotism with environmental pride. 2012 1 peso coin entered everyday transactions quickly and became one of the most commonly used coins in the country for small purchases, public transportation fares, and market transactions. Its bright silver appearance and slightly smaller size compared to older coins helped it stand out in wallets and cash registers. When first released, the new design received mixed reactions. Many praised its modern look and the tribute to national symbols, while some criticized it for being too similar in size to other denominations, which could cause confusion. Over time, however, Filipinos became familiar with its distinct features. 2012 1 peso coin is generally common uncirculated or mint-condition pieces, can be of interest to collectors, especially first-year issues of the NGC series. Coins with minting errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or incorrect blankets can fetch higher prices. 1984. Philippine 10 centimo coin is part of the country's modern numismatic era, introduced under the Ng Bagong, Lipunan and later Flora and Fauna series of Philippine coinage. This coin, though low in denomination, carries with it decades of political, cultural, and economic significance. It represents the final years before a major monetary redesign in the late 1980s, making it a collectible piece for coin historians. The early 1980s, the Philippines was under the administration of President Ferdinand A. Marcos. The economy was facing inflation, political unrest, and international debt issues. To maintain circulation efficiency, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP) continued minting lower denomination coins, like the 10 centimo for small everyday transactions, bus fares, public market change, and small store purchase. 1984 issue came just before the country experienced the People Power Revolution, 1986, making it part of the last full series of coins issued entirely during Marcos' presidency. The 1984 centimo was made of aluminum, a light yet durable metal suitable for mass production and affordable circulation. Featured Francisco Baltasar Balact as the revered Filipino poet and literary figure, symbolizing the country's pride in literature and culture. The inscription, Republica ng Pilipinas, signified national identity. The year 1984 was prominently displayed, showcased the Philippine coat of arms, which represented sovereignty, unity, and national strength. The inscription, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, showed the issuing authority. 1984 10 centimo still had purchasing power in small-scale transactions, for example buying candies or small, adding to jeepney fare increments, used for exact change in sari-sari stores. However, inflation was reducing its value, and by the late 1980s, the 10 centimo had lost much of its real buying power. 1984 10 centimo was minted in large quantities for everyday use. Many were lost to wear, aluminum corrosion, and lack of use as inflation made it less relevant in the economy. Today, most surviving examples are in poor to average circulated condition. 1983 to 1985. The Flora and Fauna series had started replacing earlier coin designs, but some 1984 10 centimo coins still followed the older style with Balagta's portrait. By the 1990s, the improved Flora and Fauna series redesigned lower denominations, and the aluminum 10 centimo was eventually discontinued. Today, the 1984 10 centimo is mostly of sentimental and historical interest to collectors. Circulated condition, depending on rarity and luster, mint errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or blank blankets can raise value significantly. Though small and often overlooked, the 1984 10 centimo coin tells the story of a nation in transition from a politically tense era to one on the brink of democratic change. It is also a reminder of the times when even small coins had significant purchasing power, something rarely felt in today's economy. The 2014 Philippine 25 centimo coin is part of the BSP series, also referred to as the New Generation Currency Coin series, not to be confused with the NGC banknotes. It reflects the modernization of Philippine coinage and a shift toward practical and cost-effective currency production for everyday use. As a subunit of the Philippine peso, the 25 centimo coin serves as a fractional denomination, primarily used in giving exact change. By 2014, however, its real-world value had significantly declined due to inflation. Still, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP) continued to produce it to meet legal tender requirements and promote transactional accuracy. Throughout Philippine history, coin designs evolved through Spanish, American, Japanese, and Republican periods. The 25 centimo coin, specifically, was first introduced in modern form in the 1960s. By 2014, it had undergone several design transformations, from the Ng Bagong Lipunan ABL series to the improved Flora and Fauna series, and finally to the modern BSP series. The 2014 version belongs to the BSP coin series, which was introduced in the mid-1990s and phased out gradually by 2018 in favor of the NGC coin series. This version was notable for its simple modern design. Unlike earlier coins, this version did not feature a Filipino hero or plant, animal but focused on clarity and usability. The reverse backside proudly displays the logo of the Banco Central ng Pilipinas, which was revised in 2010. This logo includes the Philippine eagle features, 3 stars and a sun, echoing the Philippine flag represents the central monetary authority of the country. This coin was made using brass-bladed steel, which gave it a golden color while remaining cost-efficient. The 2014 version emphasized cost efficiency and anti-counterfeiting. BSPM2 reduced the cost of minting low-value coins, improved machine readability for use in vending machines and transport systems, prepare for an eventual transition to the NGC coin series although legal tender. The 25 centimo coin in 2014 was rarely used in daily transactions. Most Filipinos considered it to have very little purchasing power. However, it remained important for precise change-making in public transport, utility billing machines, banks and toll booths requiring centavo precision. While exact mintage numbers for 2014 are not always publicly disclosed by BSP, the coin was mass-produced. It was one of the last years of full production, before being slowly replaced by the NGC coin series in 2018. 2014, inflation had significantly reduced the practical use of centavo coins. Items costing only 25 centavos were extremely rare. Still, BSP required banks and businesses to accept and process centavo coins as legal tender. Many people questioned the need to continue minting coins, like the 25 centimo. However, BSP responded that all denominations must remain in circulation for rounding accuracy, especially in automated system. For modern coins, the 2013 Philippine 10 centimo coin belongs to the new generation currency NGC coin series issued by the Banco Central ng Pilipinas BSP. This series was officially released into circulation in March 2018, but the coins were dated 2013 because production began earlier as part of the preparation for the new designs. The NGC coins replaced the older BSP coin series, issued from 1995 to 2017, and were intended to modernize the currency, enhance security features, and honor national heritage. Main feature: stylized image of the kapakapa plant Medinilla magnifica, a flowering plant native to the Philippines. Republica ng Pilipinas, Republic of the Philippines, appears along the upper edge. 2013 is placed at the lower portion of the coin. The kapakapa plant is known for its large, colorful bracts and symbolizes natural beauty and biodiversity. The 10 denomination with the words centimo below it. The new BSP logo, updated in 2010, featuring a modernized design with 3 stars and a stylized Philippine eagle, minimalist style, focusing on clarity and ease of recognition. The 10 centimo coin is the smallest denomination in the Philippine monetary system. By 2018, due to inflation, its purchasing power was minimal, mainly used for exact change in public transportation fares, market goods, and small transactions. Filipinos considered it less valuable and sometimes overlooked it in daily exchanges, but it still played a role in legal tender. Before 2013, the BSP coin series 1995 design featured General Antonio Luna on the 10 centimo coin made of brass-bladed steel. The 2013 NGC coin removed historical figures and instead showcased native flora, promoting environmental awareness. This change also helped reduce coin production costs and improve durability. Circulated condition: face value Philippine peso 0.10. Fun circulated condition slightly more for collectors. -1 Philippine peso 5 Philippine peso 15 depending on rarity in pristine form. Proof or mint sets, higher value, especially as part of the complete 2013 dated NGC set. Key interest point: since these coins bear the date 2013, but were officially released later, they hold minor numismatic curiosity. Even though this coin is worth very little in actual spending, complete sets of NGC coins are increasingly collected because future generations may never see such small denominations in circulation due to inflation. 25 centimo coin of 1995 belongs to the Flora and Fauna series, a coinage set that the Banco Central ng Pilipinas BSP introduced in 1983 to replace the older ng Bagong Lipunan ABL series. This series was notable because, for the first time in Philippine coinage, native plants and animals were prominently featured on circulating coins, symbolizing the country's biodiversity and natural heritage. The coin's obverse side features the portrait of Juan Luna, one of the Philippines' greatest 19th century Filipino painters and national heroes. Luna is best remembered for his masterpiece Spoliarium, which won the gold medal at the 1884 Madrid Exposition. His inclusion on the coin represented Filipino artistic achievement and patriotism. The reverse side showcases the Pithecophagogephyri, more famously known as the Philippine eagle or Haribon, king of birds. This bird, found only in the Philippines, is one of the largest and rarest eagles in the world, symbolizing strength and the importance of environmental preservation. Metal composition and specifications. The 1995 25 centimo was minted from copper nickel, giving it a silver-like color with durability suited for daily transactions. The mid-1990s, the Philippines was experiencing economic growth under President Fidel V. Ramos, with improved infrastructure and trade liberalization. However, the 25 centimo coin's value in real purchasing power had already diminished compared to earlier decades, mainly due to inflation. While in the 1980s a 25 centimo coin could buy small candies or local jeepney fare increments, by 1995 it was mostly used for change in markets, small toll adjustments, or school canteen purchases. Transition and end of the series. The Flora and Fauna series remained in circulation until it was replaced by the BSP coin series in 1995 to 1998. Interestingly, the 1995 25 centimo was among the last years this design was produced before the introduction of the new smaller brass-colored 25 centimo coin in 1995-1996. Collectability and value today. The 1995 25 centimo coin is common in mintage numbers, but it has sentimental and historical value for collectors who specialize in complete Philippine coin series. Uncirculated or mint-condition pieces can fetch higher prices among numismatists, especially if they are part of a complete flora and fauna set. Coins with minting errors such as misaligned strikes, off-center designs, or double dies can be significantly more valuable. The coin is more than just a monetary piece, it's a reminder. The Philippines' rich artistic history. Juan Luna. The need for wildlife conservation. Philippine eagle. The evolving story of the country's economy and coinage. 1 piso coin of 1990 belongs to the Flora and Fauna series, which was officially introduced in 1983 by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, BSP. This series marked a significant shift in Philippine coinage design, moving away from the old Filipino series of the 1970s and early 1980s and ushering in a new look that combined Philippine national heroes with elements of the country's rich natural heritage. The obverse of the 1990 1 piso features the portrait of José Rizal, the country's national hero whose writings and martyrdom played a crucial role in sparking the Philippine Revolution against Spain. Rizal had been a central figure in Philippine coinage since the first Republic-era coins, but in the Flora and Fauna series, his portrait was modernized, showing a refined engraving that symbolized the updated style of the late 20th century. Around Rizal's portrait is the inscription, Republica ng Pilipinas, along with the year of minting, 1990. This placement emphasizes national identity and pride while keeping the focus on Rizal's enduring legacy. On the reverse side of the coin, the Philippine Tamaraw bubulus mindarensis is depicted. The tamaraw is a critically endangered dwarf buffalo species endemic to Mindoro Island. The decision to feature this animal was deeply symbolic. At the time, the Philippines was highlighting its biodiversity and raising awareness about conservation, and the tamaraw stood as a powerful representation of the country's unique and threatened wildlife. Along with the animal, the reverse carries the denomination 1 piso in bold lettering, making the coin easily recognizable. The coin was struck in copper nickel, a durable alloy widely used in circulation. Coins of that era, with a diameter of 28 millimeters and a weight of around 8.7 grams. The 1990 issue was quite large compared to the smaller coins of today. Its size and metallic composition gave it a solid, substantial feel in the hand, a characteristic many Filipinos still recall nostalgically. Economically, the 1990 piso had significant purchasing power compared to the present day. In 1991, piso could buy items like jeepney fares, small snacks, or basic household goods. It was a coin heavily used in everyday life, circulating widely in markets, schools, and public transportation. Historically, 1990 was also a notable year for the Philippines. The country was under the presidency of Corazon C. Aquino, who had come into power after the 1986 People Power Revolution. The economy was in recovery, and inflation was a concern. But coins like the 1 peso remained vital in daily transactions. The BSP was in the process of modernizing its currency system, and coins, like the 1990 peso, reflected both national pride and practical use. Collectors today see the 19901 peso as a nostalgic piece of Philippine history. While it is not extremely rare in circulated condition, uncirculated, or mint condition, examples are valued higher among numismatists. Proof sets and special issues of the flora. The 20510 peso coin belongs to the BSP New Design series, which was launched in 2000 as a replacement for earlier denominations. The introduction of the 10 peso coin marked a major shift in Philippine currency because it replaced the 10 peso banknote that had been in circulation for decades. The goal was to extend the life of the denomination. Since coins last much longer than paper money, the late 1990s, inflation in the Philippines had reduced the value of money. The 10 peso note, which had been commonly used for jeepney fares, school allowances, and groceries, was wearing out quickly. On average, paper bills lasted less than a year before being too worn for use. Coins, however, can last decades. Thus, the BSP decided to issue the 10 peso as a bimetallic coin, making it more durable, secure, and practical. 2005 10 peso coin was bimetallic, meaning it was made from two different metals. Andres Bonifacio, the father of the Katipunan, was a revolutionary leader who sparked the 1896 Philippine Revolution against Spanish colonial rule. By pairing Mabini and Bonifacio, the coin honored two contrasting but equally important figures, the strategist and the fighter. 10 peso coin was the first Philippine coin to adopt a bimetallic design, which made it harder to counterfeit. Its unique golden ring and silver center stood out from all other denominations. This design was similar to other countries' high-value coins, like the €2 or the British £2, which also used bimetallic technology. The coin replaced the 10 peso note, which featured Mabini alone. Some Filipinos initially resisted the change, preferring paper money because it was lighter and easier to store. 2005 10 peso coin was widely circulated. Collectors value certain conditions and varieties. Coins with errors, misaligned strikes, double dies, missing details can fetch higher prices. Complete year sets of the bimetallic 10 peso series are popular among Philippine numismatists. 20510 peso coin represents everyday life in the mid-2000s. It was the go-to coin for transportation, vending machines, and daily allowance money for students. Its distinct look and heavy feel made it stand out among other coins. 20510 peso coin remained in circulation until the BSP introduced the new generation currency coin series in 2018. The newer 10 peso coin is smaller, single-colored, and features Apolinario Mabini only, not Bonifacio. 2005 bimetallic version remains a favorite among collectors because of its unique design and symbolic pairing of two revolutionary heroes. 2005 10 peso coin stands as a marker of Philippine history in several ways. It commemorates two national heroes central to independence. It represents a modernization of Philippine currency with advanced anti-counterfeiting measures. It reflects the economic realities of the early 2000s, when inflation demanded durable coins for daily use. The Philippine 10 peso coin of 2005 is more than just money. It is a cultural artifact that honors revolutionary. Welcome back to my channel, The Coins World. Today, we are diving into the rich history of a small yet meaningful piece of Philippine currency, the 10 centimo coin of 1972. Though it may seem like just a tiny coin, its story connects to the nation's culture, economy, and history in powerful ways. Let's explore this fascinating coin in depth. The 10 centimo coin of 1972 belongs to the second series of coins issued by the Central Bank of the Philippines after the country gained independence. It was part of the Ang Bagong Lipunan, the New Society program, launched during the presidency of Ferdinand Marcos. This era emphasized nationalism, economic reform, and new symbols of progress. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of Francisco Baltasar, also known as Francisco Balagtas, the great Filipino poet, often called the Prince of Tagalog poets. His most famous work, Florandi at Laura, is a cornerstone of Philippine literature. By placing Balagtas on the 10 centimo, the government highlighted the importance of culture and identity. The reverse side of the coin carried the seal of the Central Bank of the Philippines, Bangko Central ng Pilipinas, symbolizing monetary stability and authority. The inclusion of the central bank seal was meant to assure Filipinos of the credibility of their money during a time of Political and economic transition. This coin was minted in copper-nickel-clad steel, giving it durability and a silvery appearance. At just 10 centimos, its value was modest, but it served millions of Filipinos daily for small transactions such as jeepney fares, candies, newspapers, and other essentials. The year 1972 was also significant because it was the same year Ferdinand Marcos declared martial law in the Philippines. Coins like the 10 centimo became silent witnesses to a turbulent chapter in Philippine history, circulating in the hands of ordinary citizens during an era of political control and economic challenges. Placing baliktas on the coin was no accident. Marcos wanted to promote Filipino nationalism, and baliktas represented the voice of the Filipino people, their struggles, and their dreams for freedom. In a way, the coin was not just currency but also a political and cultural message. The coin was small, light, and often overlooked, yet it was part of everyday Filipino life. For children, it meant a chance to buy sweets or toys. For workers, it was part of their fare or small savings. For collectors, it was an artifact, carrying symbols of an evolving nation. The design of the coin was created under the supervision of the Central Bank's Currency Management Committee, with input from Filipino historians and artists. Their aim was to balance practicality with cultural symbolism, ensuring the coin would resonate with the people. In terms of dimensions, the 1972 10 centimo coin was 17 millimeters in diameter and very lightweight. Its modest size reflected its low purchasing. Welcome back to my channel, The Coins World. Today we dive into the fascinating history of the Philippine 25 centimo coin from 2015, a small yet meaningful piece of the country's currency system. Though it may seem like just a small denomination, this coin carries within it the story of an evolving nation, its economic reforms, and its identity as reflected in the symbols engraved upon it. What may look like just pocket change is in fact a capsule of history, heritage, and transformation. The 25 centimo coin of 2015 belongs to the new generation currency NGC coin series issued by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. This series was introduced in 2011 to modernize Philippine coinage, replace older designs, and make coins more resistant to counterfeiting. The NGC coins were also designed with updated aesthetics, placing emphasis on national identity and historical figures, while maintaining practical usability in everyday transactions. On the obverse side of the 25 centimo 2015 coin, we see the portrait of Juan Luna, one of the greatest Filipino artists and revolutionaries. Luna was not only a celebrated painter, but also an active supporter of the movement for independence against Spanish rule. By placing him on this coin, the Philippines honored not only his artistic genius but also his role in inspiring patriotism among Filipinos. The reverse side of the coin features the logo of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The new BSP seal was updated to reflect modernity and progress. It signifies stability, integrity, and the guiding hand of the institution that safeguards the Philippine economy. The year mark, 2015, is inscribed beneath, marking its mintage. One striking feature of this 25 centimo coin is its material. It is made of nickel-plated steel, chosen for durability and resistance to corrosion. The metallic shine is different from the older brass-colored coins, which often wore down quickly and confused the public with similar-looking denominations. This change in composition was a deliberate effort to make coins more practical for long-term circulation. The size and color of the 25 centimo coin were also adjusted in the NGC series. At first glance, many Filipinos noticed that the coins were smaller and shinier than the previous BSP series coins. This redesign stirred curiosity, debates, and even complaints, but over time people adjusted to the new look, recognizing the modernization efforts of the central bank. Historically, the 25 centimo denomination has been part of Philippine coinage since the Spanish colonial era, though its design and metal composition have changed over centuries. During the American colonial period, for instance, 25 centavo coins were minted in silver, making them far more valuable. Over time, as economies shifted and inflation grew, the 25 centimo coin became a smaller base metal coin for everyday use rather than a silver treasure. 2015, the coin had little purchasing power in terms of daily goods, yet it remained important.